NBC only ordered 7 episodes, convinced that the Saturday morning show would flop. Engel fought for an additional 13 episodes, heading to the office of
Saved by the Bell was not just a movie, it was a big landmark in the 90s lifestyle and fashion. Every young teenage boy and girl could relate to it. The movie became a pop culture. Even in the present generation, the movie remains relevant. But if you think you've seen it all, you might be wrong. Let's put your knowledge to the test with these 20 weird facts about your beloved show. Number 1. Mark Paul Gosselaar was the first actor member to be cast. It is exciting to know that Mark Paul Gosselaar was the first actor to be in the cast. Gosselaar was given the lead role, playing Zack Morris. Acting as the main character was nothing too hard for Gosselaar. He excellently portrayed the charismatic and confident character of Zack Morris, leading his group of friends. Gosselaar gave seamless acting. Zack is that mischievous character who always makes creative plans and schemes. He was the central figure in the movie. The success didn't come easily. Gosselaar auditioned for the role multiple times. The producers put him to the test in various aspects of the script to determine if he was truly the right choice. The talented actor didn't disappoint. Every audition was an opportunity to impress the producers and give them more reasons to believe he was fit for the job. The question is, why does the producer exhibit skepticism? Before the movie, Gosselaar was a relatively unknown actor, taking minor roles. However, he had his first acting appearance in the 1986 movie Highway to Heaven. He never hit the top spot following the movie. He had a minor role in The Twilight Zone in 1986, Pinky Brewster in 1988, and a good number of other movies. However, Gosselaar's iconic role as Zack Morris in Saved by the Bell was a transformational moment. It set the pace for Gosselaar's remarkable success in the movie industry. Number 2. The show was originally titled Good Morning Miss Bliss. How does the title Good Morning Miss Bliss sound? It sounds a bit dry, something that only junior high school students could relate to. Strangely, that was the title for the movie, and it was used for the first season. After this, the producers believed that further upgrades are necessary to increase the movie's rating and give it a brighter brand identity. Following a series of brainstorming sessions with the producer, a title change was resolved, which led to the new name, Saved by the Bell. The name change brought a new light to the movie. The show's popularity soared, as if people had been waiting for that change to happen. The reason for the increased rating is not far-fetched. The new title appealed to a broader demographic. The teenagers loved it, while the young adults were also captivated. The popularity grew so strong that Saved by the Bell was no longer just a movie. It became a cultural phenomenon. It influenced many aspects. People wanted to dress like the characters in the movie, sing like them, and some words found their way into many children's vocabularies. Every teenager wants to carry the movie vibe everywhere. The name change brought big magic to the movie. If that hadn't happened, the movie might have suffered friction when it came to reaching a wider audience. The producers studied the changing trend, captured what would interest the teenagers of the 90s, and they hit on it. Is there any better expression to describe such an act than a smart move? Number 3. The show's writers often used humor to tackle serious issues. Saved by the Bell was produced to focus on teenage vices and difficulties. Even though the issues addressed in the movie are serious realities, they pose a danger and harm to the lives of children. Yet, the producer humorously tackles these issues. Does that make the producers trivialize the whole issue? Or are they only concerned with getting a marketable movie? The motive of infusing humor into the script is to create a playful situation, something that resonates with the character of young ones. The goofy actions and the ignorant mistakes are what children can relate to. The movie is not for adults, as it lacks a serious atmosphere that would be suitable for conveying a lesson. Children learn in a fun environment, and that was the mindset behind the movie. The style achieved its aim. It was appealing to the children. As the movie drew the attention of the young ones, it fulfilled its purpose. It sparked conversations on important topics among teenagers, parents, and educators. Through the characters, issues such as teen pregnancy, substance abuse, body image concerns, and peer pressure were addressed. The script was created around Zack and his friends in a way that explored situations involving peer pressure. Zack and his friends were able to overcome their vices, thereby demonstrating to the teenager ways of making good choices and standing up for oneself. Children learn from others. Seeing their favorite character overcome a problem that they can relate to will give them inspiration on how to approach theirs. The use of humor gave the movie a positive rating and also educated teenagers on what they need to know easily and simply. Number 4. The characters' ages were inconsistent.
We will get together at some point and sort of express our feelings.
The least thing to worry about in the movie was the performance. Every actor performed their role excellently. There were no lapses or any observable irregularities. However, for the sake of learning, some research was conducted on their age, and we discovered some inconsistencies. Although some of the actors' ages align with that of high school students, others were a little older, while some were younger. Lark Voorhees, who played Lisa Turtle, was within the 14 to 17-year-old age range for a high school student. She met the age requirement perfectly. She wasn't the only one who passed the age expectation. The lead actors, Mark-Paul Gosselaar, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, and Mario Lopez, who played A.C. Slater, joined the number. However, there was a slight difference in Elizabeth Berkley's age. Elizabeth played the role of Jessie Spagno. She was around 17 to 20 years old when the show was running. The age is a little older for the role, however, she didn't look it, and she didn't act it. No flaw was observed regarding her age. Another actor in the list whose age raised questions was Dustin Diamond. Diamond acted the role of Screech. You remember his role as the smart and funny nerd. He was just 11 when the show started. How surprised are you to hear this? You don't need to. Diamond was a little younger for the high school student role, but that did not pose any challenge in the movie. His creativity and talent did cover up the age gap. Number 5. The fans' favorite. If you were asked, who is your favorite character in the movie, what would be your answer? Will it be Jessie Spano, Zack Morris, A.C. Slater, or Kelly Kapowski? If your answer is in any of the given options, then your character is not the overall fan's favorite. Who do you think won the fan's favorite? You have your answer right here, Mr. Belding. Mr. Belding does not belong to any of the teenage actors. Perhaps he could fascinate the fans with his young appearance and behavior. He was the principal of Bayside High School. However, everyone liked him. People appreciate the way he uses his deadpan reactions and sarcastic comments, which elicit laughter from the audience. Mr. Belding also appeared in a large number of episodes. He was consistent, and that was enough to draw the attention of fans. Do you observe Mr. Belding's connection with other actors? He was connected to virtually all the actors, especially Zack. This connection with other characters endeared him to the hearts of the public. Mr. Belding, being the favorite actor, reveals the choice of the majority of people in the 90s. They love people who can crack jokes and also care about others. It is natural for everyone to love such people. Mr. Belding possesses such a trait. It is no surprise that he won the hearts of everyone. Do you love him too? Number 6. The theme song is so catchy. Are you also part of the people who love the theme song, Saved by the Bell? You sing and make a humming sound whenever you feel good. Count yourself special. Why? Almost everyone loves it. The song was composed by Scott Gale. Michael Damian put a Midas touch on the song by rendering it with the most melodious voice ever. The song's upbeat tempo and attractive chorus give it an irresistible charm that draws people closer and closer. The lyrics of the song are another big attraction. It resonates with the adolescent lifestyle, connecting with them and narrating their common experiences. The song also captured the cultural setting of the 90s. It expressed the trendy, carefree spirit that characterized the growing youth, allowing you to travel down the lane of the song and connect with your own realities. Hearing the song whenever you tune in for the movie also creates a strong spot in the memory. It welcomes every audience to the movie and draws their attention into the world of Bayside High School. Over the years, the song has become deeply ingrained in people's hearts. It carries the aroma of the 90s children's fun story. Whenever you try to look back at teenage life, the song flows through your mind and puts a smile on your face. That is magical. Number 7. The cast members have remained friends over the years. Working together on a project for 3 years could mean a lot. The actors get to see each other, play with each other, and do other close-knit activities. They were very young when they filmed the movie. The children's innocence and free spirit could evoke strong emotions. It is no surprise that the actors still keep in touch with each other and maintain a good relationship, although they navigated different career paths, with some retaining their acting careers while others explored new horizons. The days they spent on movie sets still drew them together. Whenever there is a celebration or any other event, everyone reunites and bonds together. Such an event occurred during the death of Dustin Diamond in 2021. Mario Lopez and other cast members paid tribute to Diamond, showing their last respect to their fallen friend. Mario and Diamond shared a good relationship before his death. Mario spoke fondly of Diamond in one of those interviews, describing him as a talented actor and good friend. The two friends formed a close friendship from the very beginning of their movie production days. They played best friends in the show. Who could have believed that their friendship would extend beyond the screen? You may remember Elizabeth Berkley, who played Jessie Spano, the brilliant student. It turned out that Berkley and Mark Paul Gosselaar, the popular actor known for playing Zack Morris, have a lot in common. The two actors have continued to keep up with each other, maintaining a strong friendship beyond Saved by the Bell. Whenever they got on the interview, they would never miss the opportunity to express admiration for their on-screen chemistry and off-screen friendship. Although Berkley has left the entertainment industry to pursue social welfare, while Gosselaar has become a household name in the movie industry, the two still find something in common, appreciating their different career paths. The past can sometimes be hard to erase. It will always be a part of us. This is the reality guiding the friendship of the Saved by the Bell crew. Number 8. Mark Paul Gosselaar and Tiffany Amber Thiessen had a romantic relationship in real life. The romantic relationship between Zack Morris and Kelly Kapowski was phenomenal. It blew the minds of every viewer, and some wish it had never ended. Sorry, it had to end. The movie is not forever. Yet, do you know the relationship continued after the movie was gone? Gosselaar and Thiessen shared an off-screen relationship timeline. I am sure that will interest you. Let's get to it. Thiessen revealed an interesting story during her appearance on Saved by the Bell Secrets, revealed in 2019, produced by E! Online. She recalled sipping alcohol for the first time with Gosselaar. That sounds strange. Thiessen gives more detail to that experience. The memorable situation happened during their vacation in Paris for a press tour. She recalled the experience, the crepes they ate, and the first sip of alcohol with Gosselaar. Certainly a romantic moment. She confessed that it felt at times like they were Ken and Barbie. Those were the days when they were in a romantic relationship. Gosselaar and Thiessen have sustained a good friendship for many years. Although their romantic relationship was short-lived, they still keep up with others. They stay in the same neighborhood and share things when the opportunity arises. In one of those playful moments in 2020, Gosselaar posted that he needed some eggs. To his surprise, a gift basket of eggs from Thiessen arrived at his doorstep. The basket carried a note reading, "Fresh butt nuggets for the Gosselaar family." Gosselaar paid back the kind gesture. He dropped a bottle of beer at Thiessen's house. The two actors continued to hold strong in the movie industry and still respect each other. Number 9. The show fashion was iconic. Another big highlight in the show was the creativity behind the actors' fashion. The exquisite sense of fashion in Saved by the Bell reflects the 1980s and 90s style. The bright colors and bold patterns are always illuminating the screen, as the characters are always dressed in bright, colorful outfits. The bold patterns, stripes, and florals are attention-seeking. People never ignored them. They loved them. The vibrant style has become a major trend. Outfits are not complete without bold patterns, stripes, and florals. High-waist jeans and oversized clothes were also a fashion style in the show. The characters stunned everyone with their sweatshirts and baggy pants. The producers knew that the younger generation is attracted to fashion. They did a good job by emphasizing it to win their hearts. This gave the movie a stronger influence among younger viewers. The characters sport big, bouffant hairstyles. They decorate their hair with scrunchies, complemented by chokers, which add a layered necklace to the setup. The teenager could relate to the fashion style. They knew the movie was made for them and discussed it. It expressed their cravings and revealed their hidden fashion creativity. The producers ensured that each character was identified with a particular fashion style. Zack Morris usually puts on preppy and laid backs, featuring featuring pastel-colored shirts. You will also see him wearing high-waist jeans and sneakers. His fashion style conveyed boldness and confidence. He was the epitome of the trendy fashion boy. Kelly Kapowski is the female version of Zack. She comes out with the glamorous and attention-seeking outfit, her clothes always stunning in bright colors, floral patterns, and standout accessories. Her character personalizes the trendy teenage girl. Jessie Spano, on the other hand, captured the dressing style of the intellectual teenagers, always in oversized sweaters, high-waisted jeans, and Doc Martens. Jessie's fashion style is quirky and artistic. Her fashion is in the middle. It is neither too shiny nor too dull, but Screech was different. He dressed completely like a nerd in the show. He is not trying to prove a point with his fashion. Number 10. Dustin Diamond was often at odds with the rest of the cast. Dustin played the role of Screech. Screech was the intelligent kid in the show who cracked jokes and made everyone laugh. Dustin was not that kind of person in reality. He was not the extrovert guy who drives discussion and lightens up everywhere with funny jokes and goofy gestures. He was a loner. He likes his own space, and he doesn't want to sustain long, unnecessary discussions or join in fun games. He just wants to be on his own, which is unusual. Diamond was one of the youngest in the crew. His young age could make him feel different from the others. Such feelings can lead to separation and hostility. Meanwhile, he was only having the wrong impression. Reports have it that Diamond has a complex relationship with the others. While filming, incidents of tension and differences arose between Diamond and the others. Whenever the acting crews are interviewed about their relationships with other actors, everyone points to Diamond as being a loner, someone with a distinct personality. His actions are different, his cravings are unusual. He is a kind guy. Despite the negative feedback about Diamond, others are fond of him, people who can relate to his mindset and character. Mario Lopez was that kind of person. Strangely, they both were nerds in the show, and they could also bond together after the show. Perhaps only a nerd could understand another nerd. The contradictions surrounding the relationship between Dustin and the other crew is a subject of immaturity. The actors were still very young during the filming of the movie. They are yet to understand tolerance and accepting others differently, but as the show progresses and they get mature, they overcome their weakness. Number 11. The cast members had to deal with intense scrutiny. Fame always comes with its negative side. It exposes celebrities to the opinions of the public, and their lives are no longer their business, but everyone's business. Having to face these realities as a young teenager with limited emotional strength can be overwhelming. As young as the Saved by the Bell actors were, they were not exempt from this reality. The show's success exposed the young actors to public scrutiny, making them the subject of tabloids and entertainment media. Their personal lives, relationships, and any controversies were a big catch. Everyone wants to know new things about them. Sometimes the quest to make news about these kids can lead to unfounded rumors, some of which can be heartbreaking and disappointing. These could accumulate to emotional stress. The crews were exposed to what they were not ready for. Criticism was also coming in over their performance. Some criticisms were positive, while others were negative. A little kid just growing up and building a career could be overwhelmed with the criticism. Some could build up ego in them, while some could affect their self-esteem. A significant number of the actors struggled to adapt to the frenzied celebrity lifestyle. Some ultimately had to choose a new career path. The public speculated about relationship rumors concerning the actor. Some of these rumors are not true. The closeness between the actors could just be a work relationship. Some of this rumor builds a suggestion in the mind of the actors. What started as a rumor ends up influencing the teenage stars. Incidents of romantic relationships became a ritual among the actors, and it became a norm. They were just playing to the public. Some of the relationships were meaningless, and some didn't survive the show. The one that survived the show died a short time after. Number 12. The cast went on to pursue various careers. After the show ended, one weird fact is that not all the actors could sustain their newfound fame. When the fame didn't come forth as expected, they tried other careers. The show gave them a rocket force to fame. This could be very challenging. Some actors have no solid foundation before taking on the role, and others just got lucky to be picked. Of course, they were talented alongside one another, yet their careers were not yet ready for the heights they were pushed to. Most of the actors were child models for commercials and also had a sparse appearance on television shows, while experience could be a reason why some actors couldn't sustain their fame. The reason for others was that they focused on other things, such as academics and life development. They were still very young and had limited academic progress. Another reason was age. They could only act in teenage movies. How many teenage movies do we have? Only a few of them. Therefore, the artist took a break from acting. Coming back didn't come easily. Mark-Paul Gosselaar and Tiffany Thiessen, the lead actors, had a lucky start to their acting careers. Their case was beyond luck. They were extremely good, right from the days of Saved by the Bell, and they were very ambitious. Mario Lopez also navigated her way into the entertainment industry, but not mainly as an actor, but as a TV show host. He made a big splash as a TV host, taking on a job in a major show like The X Factor and Extra. Elizabeth Berkley pushes through acting, at least appearing in films like Showgirls and S Club 17. Her main focus was social advocacy. Dustin Diamond, the nerd, also gave acting a good try after the show. He tried his hand at comedy, directing, and appeared in stage productions. The roles were low-key roles. Lark Voorhees took an entirely different path. She explored other interests and focused on her personal life. At some point, she re-entered her acting career, and she has been finding her way through it ever since then. One thing about acting is that only the trending actors are given important roles. Your past doesn't influence anything until you prove yourself. Some of these actors have been pulled back to the bottom of the ladder to redefine themselves. Some couldn't withstand the frustration, so they gave up. Number 13. The show's setting was fictional. Have you ever wondered if Bayside High School was real? Or you have this fantasy of being in school to experience the same thing you see on TV? If you have such a fantasy, the only place you will find yourself is in a soundstage that would probably have been dismantled. So, where are the classes you saw on the screen, such as the hallway, cafeteria, and the like? Sorry, they were not real. They were just props, decoration, and temporary construction. Bayside High School never existed. Does that sound shocking to you? The show's creator decided to use a fictional school, although using a real school could have increased the movie's realism. To them, that challenge is a small thing compared to the benefit that will be gained using a fictional school. However, if not for this fact, you would likely be deceived into believing that Bayside High School was real. It is not a problem if you fall into the deception. One of the primary reasons for using a fictional school was the logistical challenges it presented. Filming in a real high school comes with lots of limitations. Certain sensitive areas of the school should not be filmed. The sound quality will be affected by noise. Controlling students could also be hard, especially when they know that their favorite actors are acting. This limitation can impact the producer's creativity. Using a soundstage will give more flexibility in exploring different possibilities. The environment can be controlled to fit the production design, offering opportunities to achieve optimal lighting settings and meet other creative needs. The soundstage replaced the school interiors. No need for real classrooms, hallways, and the like. Other properties were made available to create a real high school environment. To achieve the perfect taste, visual effects were used to create the large, elaborate school entrance and athletic field. The fictional school was a very creative idea. It provided the young actors with a stable environment, far removed from the noise of students and distractions. Number 14. Was Bayside High School modeled after any high school? You just learned that Bayside High School was a fiction. I know you are no longer surprised about that again. The question is, which school was the fictional high school modeled after? The show's creator revealed in one of those interviews that he drew inspiration from his own experiences and observations of California's coastal communities when developing the show's setting. So, which school in California did he get inspiration for Bayside High School? Bayside was not modeled after any school, but it was mirrored after California. The sun-kissed atmosphere around the school and the California carefree lifestyle resonate with the show's tone and themes. Every scene of the school filming was shot on a set at Universal Studios in Los Angeles, although a few shots were taken at Palisade High School in California. The shots were used as establishing shots to introduce the school's external environment. Bayside High School was created to reveal a well-funded public school that is well-equipped, modern, and possesses the dynamics of a college lifestyle. The school's location was in Pacific Palisades, an affluent area of Los Angeles. The producer aims to stimulate an imaginary environment that will excite the imagination of young teenagers, a place to satisfy their fantasies. Number 15. Elizabeth Berkley could have acted the role of Kelly Kapowski. Tiffany Thiessen executed the Kelly Kapowski role excellently without a doubt. Do you know that Elizabeth Berkley could have acted the role? Elizabeth auditioned for the highly coveted role alongside Thiessen. The performance of the two young actresses confused the producer, who was unsure about who to choose. Some believed that Berkley was too attractive for the role, which sounds a little strange. Ultimately, Thiessen landed the role, yet the producer doesn't want to let go of the beautiful and captivating Berkley. In regard, they created the character of Jessie Spano specifically to get her a role in the movie. With that, the show creators were able to retain the two talented actresses. It was not only the show creator who liked Berkley. Brandon Tartikoff, an NBC executive, was also reported to have a soft spot for Berkley. After hearing that she wasn't the one picked for the Kelly Kapowski role, he advocated for her to be cast in the show. This resulted in the creation of the Jessie Spano character. Jessie's character gave the movie a boost. Many people admired Jessie for her feminist views and her excellent academic performance. In the movie, she carried the picture of a female who is not only classic but also smart. A wide number of female teenage audiences loved the character. It inspired them to seek excellence while savoring the fun that comes with adolescence. Number 16. How did Mark-Paul Gosselaar get his blonde hair in the movie? Gosselaar naturally has dark hair, but in the movie he had a different hair color. How did he achieve that? He certainly bleached his hair blonde. The show creator wanted Gosselaar to reveal Zack Morris's character in a deeply personal way. Remember that Zack Morris was modeled after a California surfer. Those guys' hair is always blonde. They believe that Gosselaar's bleaching his hair blonde will give the movie a more realistic depth. This decision didn't come at an easy cost for Gosselaar. He mentioned during an interview that bleaching his hair during the filming of Saved by the Bells hurt his hair. Bleaching is known to be harsh on hair. Gosselaar, having to bleach his hair throughout the 3 years of filming, surely had a damaging effect on his hair. However, it is one of the sacrifices actors make to convince the public of their movie role. Nothing comes easy after all. Number 17. The show's final was a special episode. The show's final episode was marked with a complex twist in the story. It focused on the actors as they navigated their final days at Bayside High School. The feeling of excitement permeated the atmosphere, and everyone became emotional as they prepared to bid farewell to their friend. The big twist to the plot was when Principal Belding announced that Zack won't be graduating because he was 1 credit short. The news was an emotional moment. His friends helped him to overcome the challenge by supporting him through participating in a dance recital. Another high point in the final episode was an emotional speech from the two standout students, Jessie and Screech. The speech indirectly addresses the audience, expressing a final goodbye to the show they have enjoyed for 3 years. Zack also followed the emotional path by addressing his friends on the lifestyle they had lived as students in Bayside High School. Ultimately, the atmosphere shifted from emotional to celebratory. During the final season, some changes were made. Tiffany and Beckley missed some episodes before the issue of their contract was resolved. During that time of crisis, a new artist, Tori Scott, was brought in as a temporary substitute. The fans didn't welcome the action. Everyone wanted their favorite Berkley and Tiffany in the show. Number 18. The show remains popular today. There is no way to discuss 90s pop culture without mentioning Saved by the Bell. The movie has become a significant reference point for the fashion and lifestyle of 90s teenagers. Its influence in that generation has proven to be very strong, and it has left a big mark that is still being felt today. People still search for movies to watch, either to relive the past or to enjoy historical films. The movie is available on various streaming platforms. Both old and new generations can still enjoy the great movie experience. Number 19. The show was rebooted in 2020. The show was rebooted 30 years later, in 2020. The rebooted show was hosted on Peacock, and it featured the original cast members returning to their roles in the movie. The storyline centered on the changes that had occurred to the characters 30 years later. Only 2 Episodes of the project were filmed. This cut short the expectations of the people, which was disappointing. Number 20. Max, the central hangout stand. Max is a popular spot in the movie. It is a go-to place where Zack Morris and the other main characters gather together to socialize and discuss. The producer created Max as a place where the characters could converge outside the classroom walls. It was the location for any social gathering among Bayside High School students. Which of these facts shocked you the most? Share in the comments. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Before you go, click on the video displayed on your screen.